Well, can you explain Last of Us?
Yo, can I tell you something about this? So the video game was gay. They had like a lesbian thing in it.
And you had to do the mission gay?
You have to do it.
You gay sex?
Yo, that's really funny. They don't, Shifty, you're laughing and feeling joyful again. I don't like you laughing and feeling joyful
So
up there.
are you upset that the TV show is accurate to the game and they
No,
include
why
the
are you
gay
assuming
shit?
I'm upset?
Why is it the first thing you bring up? What was more gay? The gay Met Gala or the show?
But it might be positive. Look how gay the world is.
Yes, finally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at how gay he's sitting.
Yeah, look
He's
at
an
me. You
ally.
think I'm going to be upset at gay shit? 40 Love, suck it. 40 Love sounds better. Okay. So, no, like, okay, so I had a thought about it while I'm watching The Last of Us because I played the video game. It was obviously very traumatic for me when the little lesbian girls started making out and having sex because I've known Ellie, the character, since she was a teenager. I don't want to watch this girl. It's like a daughter to me, practically. You know, now she's a fully grown lesbian and she's just fingering somebody dirty on horseback for 4 days, no shower.
Nice.
There's a lot of things going on. Also, they didn't need to show the fingering scene. That was a little much. I know I'm becoming an old man.
See?
But like, she's not even a seasoned lesbian. Like, doesn't even unbuckle her belt.
What does she do?
She's like pulling at the jeans, trying to stuff the hand underneath. Her wrist is all caught. It's crazy.
Like a puppet?
Yeah.
Just fucking jamming it.
That's what it is.
No, you can't do that.
Anyway, so I was watching it, and I'm curious you guys thought of it. Okay, you know how like Hollywood wants to make money. We understand this is the point of Hollywood, right? And then like sometimes there's virtuous people caught up in every industry, and they start like putting justifications on their actions, like we all do, that make them seem a little bit like more benevolent, right? Fair enough. So. But in my experience, Hollywood is very reactive. Like a movie about ice skating does really well, there'll be 5 more ice skating movies, right? Horror movies do well, they go, okay, horror is it. R-rated comedy does well, okay, let's make R-rated comedy. So what I think is happening with like the you call DI or, you know, like trans stories or gay stories, whatever it is, like what I think has happened is there was some very brave filmmakers, like Brokeback Mountain. That could have been a huge fucking flop, right? You put this movie out, they're like, hold on, gay cowboys? Like, who's going to go watch this? Yeah. And despite the fact that it could have been a huge flop, the actors in it were brave for doing it. It's not like there's like all this reward for doing a gay scene. At the time, like, you could look at those characters and be like, they're gay now, I don't want to see them in action movies.
You might lose your role in Hollywood.
It's courageous.
Okay.
The movie, just as a theory, movie does really well because it's a good movie, but it's also like brave and courageous, right? The Hollywood industry reacts and goes, oh, that makes money. Let's do the gay shit.
Okay.
And then the executives, lower level, start going, we have to share these marginalized stories. We have to do it. And they might actually believe that shit. But at the top, they're just reacting to whatever is successful. Once the top is forcing in stories that they don't actually really care about, they're just doing to make money, the people see it as forced. If it's an authentic, pure story, it doesn't matter if it's gay or not, or it's DEI or not. Like Jordan Peele shit isn't DEI. We just like it because it's cool.
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele, right?
Yeah.
Pool. Sorry, Jordan. Yeah, my bad, Jordan. One of them is really good. So Jordan's Peele stories really work because they're like authentic, right? And the crowd reacts to it because they're authentic. It doesn't feel forced. Yeah. When the forced shit happens, we go, this is stupid, and then we find reasons. We justify the blame why it sucks. We're like, oh, this is DI. This is the other. No, it's just inauthentic.
It's late. Yeah.
And it's no longer rebellious. It's no longer shocking. It's no longer different. It just feels like they're cashing in on this idea. Here's the problem. When the tech industry wants to like cure cancer, they do it for money and they're very open about it. They're like, we think we can make money curing cancer. Like this drug might help it or whatever it is. We can use AI to like locate it early and then remove it, whatever. If it can't make money, they're like, all right, we can't deploy cash towards that. Hollywood has already made their bed with, we're doing this because it's important to share marginalized stories. Once those stories stop making money, the execs at the top are like, damn, we already told everybody we're doing this because it's beneficial to the world. Yeah. When in reality, we're just doing it to make money. So now we can't exactly pivot off of it too fast. because then it's going to expose the lie that we were doing this for some benevolent reason in the first place.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Bezos has a quote where it went viral on Twitter recently, where he was like, in order to get outsized gains, you have to bat against conventional wisdom.
Yes.
So, like, if you go against the grain, you're going to strike out 9 times, but if you hit it, you have potentially 1,000x reward. And so I think that happens in the film industry, where going against conventional wisdom, let's make a gay cowboy movie, it goes crazy, and then, of course, everyone chases. I think that happens in every industry.
To bring that up now, though, this is the game. They're being accurate to the game.
I'm actually saying the game is not a good example.
Okay.
But it just gave me like an idea about the industry in general.
Okay. But you're not saying that this episode of Last of Us felt forced.
No.
No.
When I first played the game, I'm sure we can look back at it, and I probably have a completely different opinion than I have right now because it's me. Yeah, it's Hippocrates. Yeah. But like when I played the game, I was like, is this forced? Are they trying to be progressive? Has it always been a kind of progressive pushing show? Like, was the video game industry very scrutinized? Like, what was happening at the time when it came out, Shifty? Do you remember?
Like the reaction of it?
Yeah.
I mean, it hadn't really happened to have like a character, like a main woman character be gay like that in a video game.
Because I remember kind of like around this time, remember there was this big thing in video games where they were super sexist, and this was like tangentially related to Me Too, and like they were over sexualized, etc.
Yeah.
So it was the complete opposite.
But also the dudes.
So it was rebellious, you could make.
The dudes were gay before that, though, right?
Who?
In Last of Us.
Oh, they had the gay dudes, but in Last of Us, it wasn't that big a deal.
Right, it was like kind of subtle.
It was barely even mentioned. And then the episode they made out of it was fucking incredible.
Awesome. Yeah.
Right.
And I think that was also transformed. They just made a dope episode. And we all liked it, and it felt authentic. It didn't feel forced. So here's the unfortunate thing. You do something that's no longer rebellious, it becomes the norm, and it feels inauthentic. And then there are people that are creating authentic stories that are like that. But unfortunately, because everything around it feels so inauthentic, it gets jumbled into it.
Yeah.
So while this was a rebellious story to tell in video games, the 5 years ago or 7 years ago, whenever they started writing it, now because of like the trend around forced diversity, it can get looped in it. Into that, which is like, it's unfair to that because it's authentic to the game.
Yeah.
I think it happens, like you mentioned the medical industry. I think they also sometimes couch stuff in like flowery language to make it seem like
what? Like
they'll
for
be
example?
like, oh, like our mission is, someone in my family had cancer, and so we're doing cancer research. Da da da.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, it might be that also. Again, it's hard to like judge people's internal intentions, but there's also the financial component, obviously.
Yes.
So I think every industry, like, their motivation is ultimately financial, but they will kind of frame stuff in like, oh, our brand statement is, make people fit or make people smarter. But it's like, okay, it's that plus money.
I wonder if they were honest about it from the jump, like they are about different genres of film. Like if R-rated comedies are popping and then a bunch of other R-rated comedies come out, it's like they're like, yeah, this is really successful right now, so we're trying to do that. And then when they pivot away from it, we're not upset. Because they're not going, it is important for us to promote comedy at an R-rated level, and dirty words are good, and all these other
but it would
virtuous
really
things.
undercut whatever thing they're putting out if they're like, oh, we're doing this. We're telling you in advance we're only doing this because it's working.
You're right. They have to give us a little bit of a lie.
I also don't think that these studios are like ideologically like consolidated.
Well,
like
there's
that.
one ideology.
I think they're you bring in different people. So like you'll have these like the executives and the finance people and the number people that are obviously okay. We want to make money, make sure it's profitable. But then they're like, okay, let's bring in some creatives that are living in a car, that are just making these beautiful movies, and they probably don't give a shit. And then they're amalgamating this group of people that all have different strengths.
Yeah.
So I think that, obviously stratifying it, you have people that just care about the money, but then you have people that are like, no, I care about only the mission, and then they butt heads, and then hopefully they make a good product.
Yeah. Or you start like finding people that can execute the types of stories that you think are profitable.
Yeah,
so
that's what they do.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're specifically choosing them.
Yeah, exactly. But then those people
people are authentic about the way that they
exactly.
create.
They're not, I guess, lying when they're out there being like, no, we need to make this story because this is important to me in my life.
Yeah.
They were just picked because that is what their mission is.
Right. Yeah.
And then the studio brings them in and says, okay, let's make a film.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just an interesting way that once a trend starts, you see everything that's created through that lens. Like we talked about it a lot, even with like the Disney shit back in the day. Like none of us thought about diversity, and Disney was wildly diverse back in the day. Like Aladdin, the first thing that we're watching is there's no white people, and none of us were like, where are the white people? I thought they were white.
Yeah,
right? Like someone had to tell me. Akash was like, I really related to Aladdin because it was the first brown person. I was like, who was brown in Aladdin? I was like, Aladdin was like me, wasn't it? The genie? Like I had no clue who was brown in that movie.
Yeah. But
Mulan didn't feel like, I know it was Asian, but it didn't feel like, oh, we need to give you an Asian story so that the Chinese market will buy it and we can make billions of dollars. Trying to talk about lesbians getting after The Last of Us and not taking off the belt before you finger a girl. What kind of insane thing is that?
Really? That's what you're
Son,
saying?
Son.
Really?
A parallel finger.
go do it.
Okay, literally, this is exactly. She goes from on top of him. I'm gonna do it lefty. She could just take off the belt, right?
Hey,
this is guys, this is workplace harassment. Listen, I'm trying to teach Allie how to finger a bad bitch. Okay, you dress just like Dina. You got the same outfit on. You dress for the apocalypse.
We need a pillow fight immediately, bro.
A man just took your belt off
She goes like
really
this.
quickly, and you ain't even budged, too. You was going to let him go.
You saw me do that one-handed, right?
I know that was... Yeah. Come on.
But if I move, it's gay. That means I'm scared. You know what I mean?
Let me pull your underwear
you
to the
should
side, son. Let your fucking meat fall out. So, do you think gay dudes do that? Is grab the boxers from here and scoop up and just let the meat fall out?
Oh, that'd be sick. That's kind of smart.
Al, what do you think? Why did we switch to the blue chew lights?
No, those are rainbow lights.
Got it. Anyway, Last of Us, best show on fucking TV. It's incredible. Yo, HBO on a run right now. They just announced Squid Game's coming back June 27th.
HBO?
HBO? That's Netflix.
Yeah, whatever. It's all the same. Man.
Yo, HBO's on a run. Dude. Let's go.
They put out this movie, Sinners, the other day.
Low-key.
Schulz thinks the TV is HBO.
Honestly, if it's scripted, it's HBO. If it's scripted, it's HBO.
He was like, I was watching the Knicks game on HBO last night. I said, what?
It's crazy.
Did you see the story arc of that?
It was insane. It was insane.
That was an epic fail right there, man. God damn, did I get that one wrong? And I really wanted to give credit to HBO. I was like, they're back.
Yeah.
Y'all are doing nothing besides lesbian finger scenes for no reason in the middle of a Last of Us episode.
So if it was a dude and she was given a handy...
Stop. She just announced she's pregnant, right? She goes, I'm pregnant. They start fucking, and she's immediately trying to abort that fucking thing. Nobody, look at that. Look at, she got the rhinestone belt on.
Oh.
Don't she look too young? They're too young looking.
Yo, come on. Why you gotta just say stuff?
Oh, wait, my bad. She did unbuckle it. My bad.
Look at you. Look at you.
Hey, my bad. Oh, she got her arching and everything. You barely got 2 digits in there. Get out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
That's all you need to do.
Come on, it's the apocalypse. You fighting through bush. There's no way.
No, she got a UTI for sure.
That's just some,
100.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, that's just morning of Burning Man right there.
Look at this right here.
Fucking dirty
location.
shit.
Whoa.
Look at this. And then they go for it. Wait a minute. Immediately, she's like, finger me. I don't think she unbuckles that belt. I don't see any unbuckling.
Nah,
the belt's not unbuckled.
You just hate it because she did it so smooth. You ain't catch it.
The belt has not been
Oh,
off.
she took it off. Look at that.
She hits herself.
What fucking show were you watching?
Yeah, bro.
And I gotta leave, bro.
He was on TikTok.
I'm off. Hey, I'm off.
Yo,
Hey,
son.
I'm washed. I just want to let you know I'm washed. I thought I knew something that I don't.
Your whole fucking anger was because he ain't unbuckled the belt.
In the video game, she undoes the belt. And in this one, I hit double X for belt. I was spamming X to get the belt off. And then,
I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm wrong.
Nah, the cuddle at the end was crazy, though. Like, you ain't even get your shit off.
Oh, this is the video game version? Oh, hell yeah.
Wait, look at the most watched. Go to most watched.
Yeah, that big lump.
Yup.
Oh,
Look at this.
Oh, they made the Spanish chick ugly in the game.
She had gay energy the whole time, though. It's like not shocking that she's gay.
Which one, Ellie or
Yeah.
Dina?
I mean, I don't know about Dina. I haven't seen the show. I mean,
Man, shut up. Tell us about Burkina Faso or some shit, man. Fucking,
they need a video game about that. That shit is crazy.
I'm gonna tell Dave Portnoy to send you to Auschwitz too, bro.
Wait, what?
Yo, Dave